Hi there, welcome to Boxpred. We're going to tackle another one here that's happening this weekend for the WBC light welterweight title. Sees Erik Morales putting that on the line against upcoming boxer Danny Garcia. Now, for me, you can't write either of these guys off in this fight because there's such a contrast and such an equal spread of advantages in this fight of different types that you really have to look. Even when you look closely, there's always something that counteracts one theory. There's always another theory to counteract it, because you've got the young upcoming fighter who doesn't really have a lot of a vast amount of experience, although he is unbeaten in Danny Garcia, going up against, as we all know, the very experienced veteran Erik Morales, who has been there and done it all before. Now, since his comeback, Erik Morales has done rather well. He lost a very close decision to Marcos Maidana. Some people thought he won that fight, and in his last fight out he fought another young unbeaten fighter, Cano, who he stopped late on. So he's shown that he still has good boxing ability. He doesn't look like as quick and as in good condition as he did before his layoff. He doesn't look as sharp, but what he does look is very experienced. You know, the type of Bernard Hopkins experience where a fighter does subtle things in the ring to make it very difficult for his opponent, and then he is very clinical in punishing them as well. And that's what we've been seen being happening. I think in this fight for Danny Garcia, it's absolutely imperative that he starts off quickly, because I think it's going to be rather simple for him to bag the first 3 or 4 rounds if he just keeps his work rate up and starts quickly. I think Garcia can basically take those rounds in the bag. He has the speed and the power, I think, to do it. And it is really important that he starts off early, because Erik Morales, we've seen, takes a bit of time to warm up now. But when he does warm up, he becomes very dangerous, and he it's as if he's sort of figuring out the opponent, and then he suddenly starts wearing them down. What I think is going to be key in this fight is, how does Morales' power affect Garcia? If Morales, with his, obviously he's a good technical fighter, and he can counter punch, and he's got good straight punches, and he has a good jab which can be damaging. But whereas he really hurt Cano, and he obviously ended up cutting him and all that, and then as the fight goes on, it gets more difficult for the opponent, and that's how he stopped him. I'm going to be looking now, towards the middle rounds. How is Garcia holding up against punishment? Is he comfortable, or is he starting to redden? Is he starting to swell? Is he cut? Is he getting hurt, starting to show signs of being hurt, as Morales caught him a few times and hurt him? That's what I'm really looking for, because if Morales does start hurting him, I can see Morales stopping Garcia late. But if Morales is struggling to really affect Garcia a lot with his power, I think Garcia should really be looking to have this in the bag. My concern for Garcia is that because of his lack of experience, he may struggle going the distance, because Morales, as we know, despite his age, will go the full 12 rounds and be strong. He has good stamina. Now, it remains to be seen, for me, in this type of fight, this level, whether Garcia can go strong for the full 12 rounds. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. I think that Garcia is going to come in top condition, and I think that his youth and speed is going to win him the day. I actually think that Danny Garcia is going to win a decision here, and it may be close, but I'm going to go for him by decision. I don't like writing Morales off, because these older guys, they just, with the experience, these legendary guys, just pick apart these younger opponents, and the younger opponents really don't know what's hit them till they get in there. But I'm just going to go for Garcia, because I think that Garcia can pick up the rounds early. He needs to try and jab with the jabber, because Garcia's got a decent jab as well. He needs to try and implement that early as well. He needs to counteract Morales' jab with his jab. The main key for me in this fight for Garcia is to go to the body. And I like Garcia's combinations, because he incorporates body punches in his combinations very well, and particularly with that left hand, which we know he is his dominant hand. And I think that particularly body punches are going to be key in this fight, because he needs to try and early start slowing catching Erik Morales to the body to slow him down going in later into the fight, because Morales is obviously going to come on strong as the fight goes on. So and the body, working the body is the best way to stop, to delay this happening or prevent this happening. So the body is key for Garcia. He shouldn't be headhunting Morales, because Morales, he's got a decent chin. He's been through the mill a good few times now, and you really don't want to be going headhunting against Morales. You need to vary your punches. You need to go to the body. Morales is going to have to employ the jab early. Try and make sure his jab is the dominant one. He's going to have to come through with the straight punches. He will look to push Garcia back, I feel, although Garcia is quite good at holding his position in the ring. And Garcia, on the other hand, has to try and hold the centre of the ring. He mustn't be pushed around by Morales, because the moment that starts happening, that's when Morales is good coming forward, because he comes forward and throws those good jabs with the followed up by the straight rights. I was going back and forth with this one, and I finally come to the conclusion that I'm going to go for the Danny Garcia decision. I originally started off thinking that Morales' experience would win in the day in this one, because I thought, he's been there and done that, and Garcia just doesn't have the experience. But I think Garcia is an athlete, and I think that he is a natural athlete, and he's good. He's got good stamina. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that. He may be taken to the trenches here, and we're going to see how he responds. And it could go it could go balls up, or he could come out and announce himself as a bit of a force to be reckoned with, really. Let's not forget that before Erik Morales took the fight was fighting against Marcos Maidana, when that was announced, a lot of people were questioning it. Like, what's going on here? Morales only just come back, and he's an old man. And although he has shown really good performances since then, I think this may be one that he falls short on. Can't say for certain, but I'm going to go with Garcia in this one. He has to be careful, really careful, because the experience of Morales is what can win it for Morales. I mean, his experience is his main asset. The little subtle things you can do as an experienced fighter, even when your reactions aren't there, even when your attributes are going and are not what they used to be. Because you fought guys like this before, you can figure out what the best way is, how to work them out. And Garcia has to be very careful and not underestimate Morales in this one, and not think just because the guy's older than he is that he's going to just be able to use his speed and youth to win him the day. He has to box clever. He has to use counter punches. He has to go to the body. I'm going to leave it there. Please let me know what you guys think. There's going to be contradicting views on this one, naturally, because of the type of fight it is. But I'm looking forward to this fight, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. This is Boxpred, and I'm out.